Connecting. Hello, hello. We should be live. Would help if I started the music, wouldn't it? We'll get that going. Well, hello, everyone. Wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My stream on Wednesday was bouncing on and off, and I figured out why, so it shouldn't happen again today. But obviously, let me know if you see anything weird. We are streaming on Twitch, recording for later repost. It's a little reminder to everyone. The purpose of Lunch, Stream, and Chill is to have some relaxing music, hopefully a relaxing voice, a little bit of gameplay, some 2-cent philosophy, and of course, one of the most important parts, the jokes from this dad joke calendar. Let's see where we're at. Oh, that's the one we did on Wednesday. All right. I do not preview these. I think it's more funny when I'm reacting to them with you. When potatoes have kids, what are they called? Tater tots. Of course they are. Yes. Solid joke. 7 out of 10. A store down the street is selling a perfume that smells like nothing. If you ask me, it's total nonsense. That's sense, spelled with a T. S-C-E-N-T-S. I think reading this one, 9 out of 10. Hearing it by voice, little tougher, 6 out of 10. Do you like these jokes? Let me know. The fun part is, in videos in the past, I do those jokes up front because almost everyone's watching from the beginning, but on Twitch, not so much. So maybe I should intersperse those throughout the recording. Anyway, we're back to Everspace 2. As some of you may know, the Incursions update dropped. The Incursions content is fun, for sure, but I also haven't 100%ed all of the systems yet. So I thought it'd be fun to jump in, continue to work our way through the Khait Nebula. I think it's Khait Nebula. So we'll kind of gradually do that. But obviously, very low-key. Whoop. There we go. Getting it outside the ship. You'll see in the title here that this is episode 44. I do enjoy this game quite a bit. The story was a blast. Really very fun. Let's have a look. Oh, wrong button. Okay, 6 secret stashes, 2 shadow creatures, and a mainframe component, which would be in one of the secret stashes. So there's still plenty to do here. The question is, where do I look? We've spent a lot of time on Athor already. Hopefully we can find 2 or 3 of these, and then the others will appear. I'm guessing it's 3. Radiant Spore. Does that count as one of them? That was one of them. Okay. Well, if we know that radiant spores are one of them, I guess I can start looking around for spores. Regular spores aren't, but now we know. And you might logically ask, hey, why 100%? Well, you get more mainframe components. Well, what do the mainframe components do? Well, they help you progress your stats. Let's see if up on the upper right here, the attributes, getting mainframe components so you can do your mainframe expansions. It gives you just a straight % boost to any of these. So you can focus in on the things you want. That's what I've done here. It's firepower and expertise for this build. But also having more of them just gives you more flexibility. It just makes you more durable, makes you do more damage, whatever your priority is. So, yeah. And talk about relaxing, kind of exploring these strange worlds and what they have to offer. It's relaxing, it's fun, usually not too stressful. A little bit of combat here and there to get your heartbeat going. It's not all bad. I was also thinking it'd be fun to get back to this game and just kind of doing the exploration, because I have a little thinking out loud to do. And I don't know if anyone's interested in those thoughts, but hey, might as well. One of the things I've been thinking about is the question, what's the goal? What is the target? So why that question? Why is that question meaningful? I think whatever we orient ourselves towards, the thing that we choose to orient towards is important. Because even if we don't reach it, we're at least moving in that direction. You know, I'm gonna see if I can remember. I don't remember the key command I used to use, so we'll go ahead and mouse it. Anyway, hi. So I've been trying to figure out how to communicate this. Whatever we orient ourselves towards, what is the goal? What is the best? Effectively, what is your God, right? And a lot of people don't think in these terms. They don't think about, hey, if I define this thing as the thing I'm chasing, I'm assigning it value and saying that's what I'm pursuing, even if you don't get there, even if you don't reach it. And just the act of choosing it is a powerful thing. Just another random spore, yep. One problem with this system is that there's so many little boxes out here and you don't know if they're meaningful or not. Anyway, speaking of, what's the target? So for instance here, you could make this exact argument about the thing I'm thinking about related to this. Why are you playing a game with this nebulous task? And why is this the task that you chose? Well, for me this time, what I've chosen to do is to, come around and pick up some of these things. Yes. Hi, friend. Please don't eat me. Yeah. I have, in fact, chosen to play this game. Yes, for sure. And I have, in fact, chosen to explore this system in this game. Of course. Is there anything on this side? No? Figured that would be a good place to hide something. Oh, now I'm stuck. Turn. But the thing is, for me, here, the goal is not the goal, right? My purpose is not, hey, let's 100% the system. Although maybe it should be, but no. The goal is not, hey, let's 100% the system. The goal is, let's jump into this game. Let's put some relaxing music on in the background. And let's put my brain into a state of some rest and a little bit of excitement as well to help me think. The other goal is, hey, people watch these. Not very many, but some do. And for all of you who are using this as a relaxing part of your day, I take that seriously. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for choosing positivity. We have a target. We have a spore over there. I think that's just an entrance to a cavern I've cleared. You're just a regular spore. Let's get you off the map, though, because otherwise I'll be confused. So yeah, the target here isn't the target. And it's kind of important to make sure not to get those things twisted. Alright, come here, spore. So as human beings, we can be in survival mode where we just want to get out of the situation we're in, right? We just want to survive. We just want to get to the next thing. And when you're there, life is tough. And you don't always make the best decisions. And sometimes you make exactly the decision you have to make, right? So we'll set that aside for a second. But if you can find a little more focus, a greater, a way to get past just those base instincts of, I need to survive, I need to feed myself, I need to sleep, right? Once you get outside of that, your mind can take over and you can choose what you're going to do next. And that choice is powerful. And I'm meandering quite a bit as I go through this. But I just want to clarify. I'm trying to clarify what I mean. I think I need to chuck a spore at this in order to open it. I might be wrong. Let's see. Can I chuck a missile at it? No, sir. And what a lot of people will do when they're choosing these goals is that they will choose something that's actually a subordinate goal or a step goal, and they will think that's it. Thought I heard an enemy there. Maybe not. And that choosing of a step goal, that can be not ideal. And the reason it's not ideal, especially, is if you don't realize you're doing it. If you're choosing a step goal, and you mistake it for the ultimate goal, that will lead you to some pretty severe disappointment. Okay, come here, acid pouch. We're gonna see if you will open up for me. I got turned around. Where is the door? It was right here. All right. So, for instance, let's say that I am really, really excited about working out. Probably because right now I am. But let's say I'm really excited about working out, and I say I am going to lift X amount of pounds, XYZ number of pounds. And I choose that as my goal. And I lift and I lift and I lift and I lift. And a couple of months later, I'm able to do that weight. Well, now what? Now what? So, am I just choosing a new goal? A lot of what happens in our brain is that we achieve something, and once we achieve it, that's our new normal. We're happy for a short period of time, and then that happiness dies because we need something to pursue. So if instead of I'm going to lift, XYZ weight, I chose a higher goal of I'm going to be as strong as I can, within reason, staying healthy, for the sake of my children, right? So that when my children see me, they see a man who's taken care of himself. They see a man who cares about his family and is capable to be able to do that. Well, now, getting to that weight goal, I can lift this amount of weight. Well, it's a nice piece along the journey, but it's not the goal, right? It's a goal. It's a subordinate goal. All right. You. Don't need to open you. We can go through here. I think I've already done this area, unfortunately, but it's been so long. It's been a couple of months since I was in Athor 1. So I'm trying to decide how exactly to communicate my thoughts on this front and my experiences on this front as well. Because helping people to set goals, in business, it's often smart, right? You want something specific, measurable, achievable, what is R? And time-bound, right? And the idea here is that you actually have goals that you can say, I set this goal and I achieved this goal. It's very important for business. It's very important for business. And it's also important for us, for our brains to say, oh yes, I'm winning, right? Human beings need to feel like they're making progress, and this is a great way to do it. But all of those SMART goals, ideally, are subordinate to a grander goal, a deeper goal, something that drives you in the right way. Well, hi there, friend. I don't want you to grab me. Pop. All right, here's another. This is just a spore. Spore. Oh, there we go. All right. So where do we sit now? 10 out of 18, 2 shadow creatures. Do we have markers? We do not have markers. We have to find one more, it seems like. Ancient jar. All right. And not everything in your life needs to be a grand vision of I'm going to conquer the world. You know, it's not realistic for most of us. I'd say there's only a handful of people in history. But can you, through your efforts, change the way business is done in a particular industry? Maybe. That's very possible. Can you change the future trajectory of your family? Almost positively. Alright, we need to get out of this little area, and I'm getting turned around. Down here. There we go. Pop out into the wider section. And we should be able to exit this way if I can rotate my giant ship through. Alright. Let's try on the far side of this ruin here. Because I have to assume the shadow creatures are going to be underground. Is there anything over here? Maybe there's not. Blue fox. Oh, hello. How you doing? Thanks for the help there, Bob. All right. I guess we could head towards that. Valuable shipwreck. There's a thing we could charge for. In here? Nope. All right. Down here? Wow, that is a tiny hole. Is it possible to fit through that? There's no way. Cool. All right. There's the mainframe component. Ooh, a new ship module. It's nice to see. Yeah, one other thing in Incursions, they added more art. I'm a big sucker for the art. All right. So we're at 12 out of 18. I totally misread that. We have a lot left here. All right. Earlier I was thinking there was just a couple left, but there's a lot left here. No wonder we don't have map markers. You look like you're alive. Pop goes the weasel. Is that a hole? Is that a hole I can fit through? No way. Not big enough. How far away are you? 1.7. So I probably need to go up and out. Or around somehow. Aha. Down we go. There's that. Do we have a spore? On that side we do. Acid pouch, I guess. Have I been here already? Seems like I have. This is the promise, folks. Deeply average gameplay. I'll go ahead and combine that while I'm here. Let's throw the flat cannon on. Just so we can mine a little easier if we choose to. Oh, too far away. So anyway, flat cannon's on. Now if we see mining points, we can go ahead and tap them in one go, and we'll remove them from our map, because I find it distracting. They will respawn later, but they won't respawn while we're here. And we can at least reduce the amount of noise on the map. It does really seem like, though, I'm going to have to find some acid pouches and do longer runs. Anything here? Nope. That's all done up already, it looks like. Past Rofure took good care of that. Looks like past Rofure took care of this too. Maybe not. Maybe. What's over here? I don't know. Seems like I took care of this one already. I seem to remember running this. It's just kind of strange that on the other end it doesn't look done. We'll figure it out. Like this was light up, lit up? This was light up. Urgh. Hey, there's another. All right. Yeah, so this was lit up because this is how I got into the temple. So I know that's not an issue. Just have a look here. A lot of text messages for some reason. We'll figure it out later. This area again. Just gonna keep running around. Place it. And running around randomly like this is, you know, there's maybe a more systematic approach I could take, but I still don't have any idea where the shadow creatures are. So, kind of being a little bit undirected until we figure out where the shadow creatures are is okay. I could maybe, you know, do a much more methodical scan of things. Yeah, no. Almost always better off continuing to explore, because I find things I don't expect. And if we get down to, you know, only 2 or 3 things left and I can't find them, then we'll go to a more methodical approach. This is one I've already been to. Okay. Wonder if I can mark that somehow. I have to remember that I've already been to that one. Up we go. Up and out. But this is where cleaning out the mining points is a good idea, because I can be reasonably confident I've been to that area if there's not a lot of things to hunt down. I say, of course, as I try to figure out where this baromite is. Is that a hole or just an indent? Just an indent. Whee. So another reason that I'm kind of thinking about the goal, the ideal, is that it seems to me that a lot of our classic goals, our classic ideals, have been torn down with some intent. And that's not inherently terrible. Some of those ideals maybe don't serve us anymore. Or they don't serve certain communities, certain people. However, if that leaves you without an ideal, I would say that you are harmed. If your only ideal to chase is yourself, is your own, serving your own pleasure, or power, or some sort of nebulous goodness, I don't know if that is enough for you. mentally, emotionally, from a long-term health perspective. Chasing those short-term wins feels good, but without long-term purpose, I've seen it go wrong. I've seen it go wrong. There are disadvantages to becoming older, but one of the advantages is more experience and seeing other people's experience with different eyes. Khala's camp. It's too bad I can't land here and say hello. Anyway. I mean, she's not there, so it makes sense that I wouldn't be able to say hello, but... Alright. Anyway, where was I? Okay. We have been near here before. I need to clear out some of these deposits. Just so much on this planet to explore. They really created a cool place to look around. If you're playing Everspace 2 and you've gotten caught in Cedo or Union and you're just repeating the quests that are there, there's so much more game to open up. I would really encourage you to progress the story a little bit. Because even this place, you could say, oh, well, you know, it's mostly just kind of brown desert. Yeah. I get that. But a lot of the places aren't. And once you get to this point, you can unlock some of Khala's skills and later, you know, Khala's quests. It does open up more for you in the universe. A galaxy? Is it technically a galaxy? Alright. I think we've beaten this particular place to death. But maybe we can salvage a few things. Are you dead already? Yeah, you're dead already. Whoop-ah. Yeah, been in here. You're expired as well. That's good. Should depend on the sensors to get me in and out. of the places I need to go. The problem is, this little cavern, this has been one that I've been in multiple times. It's almost embarrassing to say. I've been in this cavern multiple times in my playthrough, and then had a hard time remembering how to get out. Okay, it's not that. As far as we know, it's not this. I am feeling very silly. I got myself into here. But my blind eyes do not see the way out. So simple, and yet. Okay. Projected up by the air from the vent. I think I've been in here. Have I been in here? Ancient jar. Nice. And then you right there. Blow myself up as I mine. Okay. One more down. 14 out of 18. What are you locking onto? Making sure that there's nothing else in here. There's nothing marked. But sometimes debris is covering something, and man, you just circle around and around and around forever. This place is so big. This particular planet, so big. Where to next? I guess we'll go to the, there's Baramite down here. Go ahead and tag that. Anything else down here? Does not appear so. check over here. Down and around we go. Now, this is where we've been. Let's get up above the fray a little bit and see where we're at. So that is one of the doors that we've opened. This is one of the doors that we opened. This gives you an idea of just how big this place is. Look at all these holes in the ground. I thought I saw something moving down here. Was it supposed to be moving? It seems so. Ah, yes, we've been here earlier this episode. So that's not it. We have this other glaciate deposit. Pronunciation, ladies and gentlemen. Glaciate. We should probably say glaciate even if it's wrong, just to stay away from any potential censors. Alright. Because it is glacier, right? Alright, we beat this place to death. Where's that ore that I had on my map earlier? I do still think it's kind of weird that I don't even know where one of the shadow creatures is yet. Been back and forth in this place so many times it's hard to imagine. Although I haven't gone back in the temple since we originally did that. Maybe that's the right move. Maybe the temple is the move. Acid pouches. Freaked me out, Bob. Freaking me out. So I think this was the we got ported back here at some point and then had to make our way through. So I'm pretty sure this part is already done. I remember somebody used this as a tutorial on Reddit for how you deal with acid pouches. I could still open that and figure out whether there's something else to do there, but I think this is probably not it, coach. Oop. We were in here, for sure. Grab. The reason I get stuck is when I see these gems that aren't lit up, crystals that are not alive. It makes me wonder, what happened, music? Did you expire? There we go. That's better. The Lofi Girl music has continued to be one of my favorite go-tos to put my brain in a good spot. So I hope you all enjoy it as well. Credit to that team. They do a great job. Community's great. Letting creators use your stuff is generous and wonderful. All right, so now we are at 15 out of 18. I was hoping we'd have markers at 15, but it looks like we need to get another one. No markers for you. No markers to eat, no markers to sniff. Okay, well. Let's go check out the temple again. We're a ways away, right? Someone's gonna watch this replay and be pulling their hair out. It was right there. How did you miss it? Too calm. Alright. Nothing in here, no shadow creatures in here, which is good because I think leaving this place with a shadow creature would be really rough. If we dive in the middle here. I'm a little more prone to running around the outside and missing something in the center. I don't know for sure if that's the case. Could happen. But I hate to get to the point where I need to take a picture and then track my progress from there. That's a cool glow. I wish it was indicative of something. A little shadow creature glow or something. past, when we've paired up shadow creatures, they've really liked to hang out near the bones. I wonder if that's any sort of anything. Been in here so many times. The purple glow down here. Oh yeah, those. Already been there. Well, folks, I'm kind of running up against the end of my time here. So if I don't find something soon, I think we'll call it. And then we'll have another episode, maybe next Friday. Maybe it's Everspace Friday. And I can break out other games as we go. Still hoping to see Rebirth drop for the PC soon here. I don't and never have had a PlayStation, so it's the unfortunate thing about being a huge Final Fantasy fan is that I don't get all of the offerings, especially not right away. I'm also hoping to see Final Fantasy 16 drop. So a lot of the games I play are a little more niche. It's a turn-based indie games, wonderful games like Everspace 2. The original Everspace was good. Everspace 2 is great. It's really enjoyable if you like story games too. Been down there as well. Yeah, anyway, so as I'm thinking about what is the goal, and making sure that I not only have sub-goals, but I have high enough goals that I can pursue them for a long time, and that they bring purpose and meaning. I'd like to encourage any of you watching to think about that for yourself too. Maybe you're in survival mode and you just have to do the next goal. You know, maybe that's where you're at. And if that's where you're at, take care of yourself. Get some sunlight. Get some exercise. You can't think your way out of a problem with your mind, and you can't think your way out of not meeting your body's basic needs. You can't just decide, I can be healthy, I don't need exercise. I can be healthy, I don't need vitamin D. No, you do. You absolutely do. So do those things. Get some sunlight, says the very white. To be fair, this is a cold light on me. Come on. Get some sunlight. Get some decent food. Get a little bit of exercise. It can just be a walk. Take care of yourself if you're in survival mode. Once you get out of survival mode, try to set a higher goal. Why are you doing what you're doing? You want to take care of yourself. But for what? That's another thing. I took my own health for granted more before I realized who would be hurt if I was unhealthy. So I hope you take that seriously as well. Alright, we are at an hour. There's still 3 left to find, and based how this has been going, I'm guessing it's going to be another half hour or more. Given that, this is where we'll let off. So, thank you for checking us out today. This has been Lunch Stream and Chill. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world and whenever it is you watch this. I've been rofuregames, and I hope you'll join us again. If this game's not your cup of tea, let me know. We could switch things up. I have all of the replays of my Let's Plays up on YouTube, except 1 or 2 episodes that got taken down. There's over 100 of them. Some of them are very relaxed and lots of philosophy. Some of them are pretty action-packed, especially the story sessions of Everspace 2, if any of that interests you. I have chapter markers on most things, so you can jump around if you want. I've even marked the cutscenes, so if you want to watch particular cutscenes and skip the parts where I'm just messing around, go for it. Take care of those around you, and take care of yourself so you can do so. Cheers.